The core about Samp is the connection between professional and personal and academic sphere. Maybe this is quite classic to say, but it truly is in the way that you get out there and you meet somebody who's actually got the personal and professional experience behind you and then links it together with the academic sphere.
Well, for me, Samp is not just the opportunity of learning from current students, but actually getting to know the past students as well and learning from their awesome experience.
The Samp program for me is an exclusive opportunity to gain valuable insights from people who have gone further in their professional career than I have. I chose Samp because, at least here in Copenhagen, it's very difficult to find mentoring programs, and the ones you can find often cost a lot of money. So I thought this was an extraordinary and exclusive thing that you could apply for.
Getting into SEMS as a new student can be quite overwhelming, but for me the Samp program and my mentor Enrico helped me get a structure over the whole experience, and it helped me become proactive in trying to reach the goals which I've set for myself within this SEMS period.
I wanted to extend my network within SEMS, but I also wanted to get some input from people who have actually done whatever we're doing at the moment, who have been in the SEMS program, who've experienced everything we're experiencing, and who can give me some advice on whatever comes next.
My tutor has been able to provide me insights into where I might be lacking some core elements for my future prospects.
What I've learned from Samp is that management consulting might not be the thing for me, although that's what I thought 6 months ago. Right now I'm more into starting my own business and become an entrepreneur, and that's because of Samp.
Actually, I've been involved in Samp for a long time. One of the people that have been running it as a student as well as a mentor, being part of the local committee here in Denmark. And as I have been involved all the time, it just feels natural to be part of it and support students as well as support my alumni colleagues in running the program and being part of it.
Being able to follow someone closely and see the development and actually see the impact, you see that the advices or the things that you talk about being actioned into life, that's amazing.
I chose to engage in the SAT program in order to reflect upon my own experiences and to give something to a young SEM student in the process of finding out what would be the career objectives and what would be the path that the person would follow in the future.
You get to meet interesting people, interesting students that might maybe become a great employee at your workplace.
I expect the person to be proactively towards the mentor. So he's basically going to be the driver of the program, and then the mentor is going to be the supporting function, who's giving the advice and the support.
Well, I expect from the SEMS mentee that we meet and that they're open to develop. I don't see a reason why you would get a mentor if you don't want to develop as a person. So I expect some openness, some willingness to learn, some willingness to try something that you may not do usually, but just to test it out to see if it works.
That they have fun and that they steer their own development, so come with the ideas that they want to develop.
To be open and honest, to share what he or she has of worries and actually aspirations for the future. In that way, both me and the mentee can benefit the most from the relationship.
So I expect that the mentee is looking forward to having a mentor and taking initiative, because at the end of the day it's me providing experience, providing some sort of added value, knowledge, but it has to come from the mentee to actually ask for it. And I think being proactive is key to the program, and as long as you're proactive, you shall find what you're seeking as a student or mentee.
I can offer them 3 things. I can offer them my time and dedication to the program. I can offer them insights into the consulting industry. And third of all, I can give them tips and tricks for job applications and job interviews.
I can offer a confidential space to talk about the worries and aspirations, as well as providing a network if there are specific interests or industries that the student would learn more about.
Sparring on how to use SEMS in the way that is most useful for the individual. And I think that's also what you should use a mentor for.
So I know what it feels like to write a business project and going on exchange and doing the language tests and all these things. And that's of course something that's nice to get some guidance and clearance, and despite the office and the secretaries that can of course help you. That's one thing. I think the other thing is that due to having been through it, now having had a career for a couple of years, there are certain experiences and steps that I've been doing the last couple of years that if somebody would have told me these things early on, maybe I would have been even smarter about it. So hopefully I can be the guy that gives a smart advice, or helps figuring out what is it that I should watch out for when I try to find a job, when I try to advance my career. And especially in the industry that I'm in myself, of course I feel like I'm an expert.
I can tell about what I did through my SEMS program of good things, but also what I did of not so good things. Hopefully in a way so that the student can learn from my mistakes. So I believe I can offer some structure to the mentee of how this person should get through an interesting but also a challenging time in his life.